Hi everyone, it's day 51 and my vlog-a-day challenge for Cure Leukaemia. Now on today's vlog I'm going to be bringing you the first part of Sam's very inspirational story. So it all started back in September 2015 when Sam began to feel unwell. She had recurrent chest infections and over the following months suffered from breathlessness, fatigue, night sweats, bruising, fainting, loss of appetite and weight and sleep issues. But it wasn't until a gum swelled and became painful and the temperature peaked at 41 degrees that she decided enough was enough. Now by this time it was April 2016 and the doctor asked her to have a blood test because he could see that she was very anemic, and they felt that she was probably suffering from some kind of stress related condition. Then she had the blood test on April the 18th and received the phone call the following day to say that she had a bed waiting for her at a local haematology ward and that she needed a bone marrow biopsy. And then she had 2 days of testing, scans, x-rays, examinations and questions followed. She was told on the first day, after lots of pestering from herself, because obviously she felt that something wasn't right, that they were looking for either lymphoma or leukemia, but the tests weren't definite enough to decide which one. She was asked to talk to her children and ask them to be available on the diagnosis day, which was Thursday the 21st of April. The consultant took them all into a private room just outside the unit and introduced them to a CNS, who was basically the key worker. Now Sam's put in brackets here, she was worth her weight in gold, so I had to mention that because she sounds like a very special lady, and just in case she happens to be watching, I don't know. Yeah. Who then explained that she had acute myeloid leukemia and needed urgent aggressive chemo, possibly 4 cycles. And it was also spoke about trial drugs, which Sam agreed to. She explained what would happen and the possible side effects, and the possibility of perhaps needing a stem cell transplant. So then they talked to Sam's brother and sister to see whether or not they'd be in a position to donate their cells. She then said that Sam could go on for a few days to prepare, but would need to come in every day to be checked over, have a PICC line inserted, dressings changed, and then finally a meeting with her to answer questions and talk about, everything that there is to talk about. And the next few days were a bit of a blur, informing friends, family, and coping with visitors, eating, shopping for, everything you're going to need for a long hospital stay, and cutting the waist-length hair to a chin length because Sam did possibly the most selfless thing for someone in her position. Knowing that she was going to lose her hair, she decided to donate it to the Little Princess Trust before she lost it. So, hats off to you, Sam, because that is an amazingly selfless thing to do for someone that was about to go through that. So yeah, and it was at that point that Sam decided to do a blog on Facebook so she could keep everyone informed without having to expel all of her energy telling everyone individually. But she was becoming more ill by the day because a blood clot was forming in her arm from the PICC line. And she went to sleep on that Sunday night before being readmitted, absolutely determined that she was going to stay positive and fight as hard as she could, because she knew that she had so much to live for, but she also knew that it was going to be the fight of her life. Now Sam sent me this in like a long statement, but she's put, "It was time for me to put on my armour and enter the war that is blood cancer." And that just shows you Sam's attitude, so inspirational, just, I'm going to get through this. And she did, of course. And it's so lovely to see that she's been through all of that, but she's come out of the other side. So I just wanted to send lots of love to Sam and say thank you so much again for allowing, not only sharing your story with me, but allowing me to share it with everyone else as well. Yeah, and it really is an inspirational story, so make sure that you tune in again tomorrow for the next stage of Sam's very inspirational story, which is going to be a first cycle of chemotherapy and the effect that had on Sam. So yeah, make sure that you tune into tomorrow's vlogs and all of this week's vlogs as well, actually. And yeah, thanks again to Sam, sending lots of love.